will appear in, and they're off. In the early stages, on the near side, Susan Kalapa, with on the inside, Geisha Girl. Jo Leah moving up to them now on the near side and probably just about to take over as they come to the furlong point to take them past the stands. And Jo Leah sent on, followed by Susan Kalapa, Geisha Girl running 3, and they're being followed by Brief Sentiment, settling in 4th, being followed by Generous Lady, and then Backlog, Indanola on the inside, and Bolino Star the back markers. They race past the winning post into the turn, taking them away from the stands, and Jo Leah goes on. 2.5 in front, Geisha Girl and Susan Kalapa, and then there's a break of 4 to 5 lengths to Brief Sentiment, who's followed by Backlog, Indanola on the inside, Generous Lady last but 1, and bringing up the rear is Bolino Star as they race less than a mile from the finish, shortly to make the turn down the back. Jo Leah and Wayne Smith show the way, a couple of lengths in front of, in second place, Susan Kalapa, Shamie Heffernan just ahead of Geisha Girl and Niall McCullough. Break of 3 then to Brief Sentiment, who's followed by Backlog, and then comes Indanola, Generous Lady, and Bolino Star. So it's the same order as they pass the 6, with Jo Leah 3 in front of Susan Kalapa, Geisha Girl, Brief Sentiment, and then comes Backlog as they continue on up the back to the 5 furlong point, with Jo Leah 2.5 clear of Susan Kalapa, who's trying to close the gap second. A break then of 3 lengths to Geisha Girl, who's followed in 4th by Brief Sentiment, and then a couple of lengths further back to Backlog. Racing on now into the turn that'll take them out of the back straight. They've half a mile to go. Jo Leah by half a length to Susan Kalapa. Brief Sentiment is 3rd, Geisha Girl 4, and then there's a break back to, in 5th place, Backlog. Into the far turn they go, and Jo Leah has kicked on a couple of lengths clear again. Brief Sentiment now moves into 2nd past Susan Kalapa, and then Geisha Girl and Backlog. They race the approach towards the straight, and Jo Leah, who's been out in front throughout, leads from Brief Sentiment. Backlog improves on the outside of Geisha Girl, and then Bolino Star. So they swing into the straight with Jo Leah in front, now being pressed on the outside by Backlog, who's made steady ground now to come up and lead, and Backlog has raced into the lead from on the outside Bolino Star. As they race down to the final furlong, it's Backlog and Conor Everard. Bolino Star staying on strongly for Eddie Ahern. Generous Lady moves into 3rd. Backlog now pressed by Bolino Star, and these two battling it out. Bolino Star beginning to edge ahead as they run up towards the finish. It's Bolino Star and Eddie Ahern winning by a comfortable 3 parts. Backlog, Generous Lady and Geisha Girl. That's close for 3rd and 4th.